Yo, I should not have slept on wildhearts. This game is actually pretty good. All things considered, there are gonna be, you know, some errors along the way, which is kind of part of the reason why people didn't really pick this up. But at the core of it, I think it's all pretty good. I feel like I've said this before, but this is really not Monster Hunter. I don't think it's even... well, can't say it's not trying to be, but with a pinch of salt, I do like the combat in this game. But the biggest issues I've ran into are like the camera. Every time you get thrown into a corner or something like this, the monster's like doing all these kinds of attacks and you can't see anything going on. That's when it gets bad. Although, hello. Well, right now I'm supposed to just be killing small monsters, but I guess I'll kill this too. I actually hunted one of these things really early on. See if I can remember how to fight it. I think it's going around. What does this move? That's kind of gimmicky. I guess it's only one hit though. What I do like about the combat is that it is effectively understanding what the monster will do. It'll take some time to... It'll take some time and... oh, frick! Alright, I don't know what to do in this pin. No! Oh, I'm dead. No. What was I saying? You do need to take some time of the hunt to understand the monster's attacks. Like, if you're just going in and instantly going on the offense, it's probably not going to go well. So in my head, it feels like a real-time freaking turn-based game where the monster gets their turn of being on the offense. Well, and then you get your turn. Where'd he go? Oh, it's like right now. Oh, look at him, he's jumping. It's his turn right now. Maybe. You'll know when it's your turn. And every time it's your turn, it feels good. Okay, that's another problem I have. The karakuri thing, the building placement isn't always gonna be as consistent as you want it to be. Like what I was trying to do there is make an elemental tower which will absorb the elemental attack of a monster and give me like a resistance buff. But if you just happen to... also, this is why I hate the auto lock cam, but sometimes you need it. You can't see where the monster is. Whatever, you know, if I can't get to show off my turn, I'm sure I have something in post. Oh, never mind. I found my turn. Watch this. Speaking of gimmicks or mechanics in their game that are kind of finicky to work with, their quote-unquote mounting, I feel like it's so strange. I guess I can firework line him. So I just have to go into these little glowing spots. I'm like right on it. I can't do my special attack. I don't know where this spot is or whatever. So there you go. There goes all my stamina. That's a little annoying. And I feel like the reward you get for it isn't super crazy, but I guess I might not be using the karakuri as much as I really should. Okay, yep, there's the other problem. That's the major issue why people don't want to play this game anymore. The performance is not good. Well, it's not super kind. You need a really strong PC. I mean, my stuff isn't super crazy. But yeah, for this weapon, this is the only one that has a parry. Oh, frick, I'm dead. Only one that has a parry, and when your game starts dropping like that, you know, you are kind of guaranteed to miss that parry, even though I hit it. Are you really doing this? Yeah, some of these attacks you have to parry are mean. Maybe I'm just spoiled by focus mode. But I really miss being able to turn on the dime. Who knows, maybe that's just the baby in me complaining. He's tired right now. So. Actually, yeah, he's dying. Yep. So I feel like that's the basic gist of the combat. I didn't use the Karakuri as much as I probably should have. But I think those are cool too. There's a couple other things. I mean, this is my favorite one so far. I mean, come on. I like how some of this stuff can interact with the map. I think I'll just play a clip back of it when I was exploring one of the newer regions. I didn't know you could do that. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go do that now. In this area. Yeah, there's a pile of rocks there. I thought that always looked a little funny. And I guess it makes sense now after I tested out last night. Oh, I just noticed. I can't believe I just noticed. You can see how much thread consumption each part takes by the diamonds under it. But one of my favorite things that I've done with this game so far is the camp creation. It's kind of like Wilds. Really hate to keep making these comparisons, but what else can I compare this to? It's kind of like Wilds, where you can find camps all over the place and establish those camps anywhere you want, essentially. Like if I wanted to put them a camp right here in the middle of this field here where you can find a bunch of monsters to fight with, I really could. I think the customization here is a lot more open. Yeah, I could put a camp here, but I don't quite have enough earth elements, dragon pit capacity here. This is one of my favorite things in all the overworld building. That reminds me a lot of Great Wire Bugs. And once again, making more comparisons to Monster Hunter. This is one of the bases I built. This is one of the earlier ones, so this isn't exactly, I guess you would say, the most optimal looking one, or pretty. You can put anything else here. Like here, I have the forge to make stuff mid-fight on any camp I want. I consider this like my secondary main camp. There's food, there's a place I could dry my food to get better buffs from it that I always forget to use. And from here, I have all kinds of connections into another map. Like this flying vine will take me all the way to where you see that sakura tree, and even further actually. So this is like, I spend a lot of time doing these. I really like the preparation part of this game. Look how far I can make it and still like see everything that the game has to offer. Look, there's a rage tail right there if I wanted to hunt it. And now I'm in, I think this is like the southeast side of the map. I was just on the other side. Within a minute. There's usually a larger, more dangerous monster here as well. So I have this one set up to just take me across. And there's this nice showdown area here. Oh. I don't know. It's pretty cool. Another part that is cool is that you do not see the monsters instantly on the map. You can choose to manually track it. You just find them or hear them out, and then you strike them, and then they'll appear in your compass on the top, and you can just follow them there. Or alternatively, you can hit this thing. That's essentially just a huge watchtower. I think that's super convenient, and it reveals whatever you can see. Like there's the rage tail I saw earlier. And if you activate one, you activate all of them. I can put a lot. I can put a lot more than just 3, but 3 is way more than enough. And some of these areas are also pretty. Like this place, I like that bamboo grove there. This flower field is also really nice. Reminds me of something straight out of Sekiro. This other area, this area is like pretty sick. This like whole exposed aquatic thing you would see underwater, but it's above ground. That's pretty nice. I also like these little tide pools here. Look at that, dude. Let me actually change the time. I think I have to do it in the tent, right? When this game gets dark, I have my brightness lowered, and I think it makes the game look prettier. Unfortunately, fighting in areas at night makes it really hard to see anything. And there have been multiple times where I kind of just die because I can't. What's happening? Monster there. Let's just do the lava back. This thing used to be a wall for me, which goes along with what I was saying early on in the combat, where you will kind of have to just learn the monster's moveset for a while. But once you get it, it can pretty much just be your turn entirely. Alright, so let's demonstrate that turn-based combat. actually rolled it. I always keep forgetting that the Karakuri is a very important mechanic of the game. So whenever I don't use it, I'm just kind of missing out on some other benefits, like getting attacks like that or escaping his big attacks. See, each weapon, I keep taking screenshots whenever I'm trying to mash out a stun. Each weapon has its own metered kind of gimmick. So you can see above my HP bar in the bottom left, that blue meter's been going up. Oh shoot, hang on. Right now, I'm just kind of waiting to find a good opportunity for him to use his big burst, for him to lie down. Like now, actually. No, not yet. Actually, that probably would have been a good time. Alright, yeah, now's a good time. Look at this. My turn. Well, okay. No, this is still my turn. Dang it, this is not my turn. Some of these monsters are pretty cool. I think it's just the naming is kind of generic and pretty forgettable. Like Lava Back. I mean, I guess it's hard to forget that, but in the same way, it doesn't really, in a way that's meaningful. Which sounds like a nitpick, but it does mean a lot. Especially when you're trying to be like this big game hunter kind of thing. Where your monsters are going to be the focus. You kind of want to have cooler sounding names. Where is he going? He's going above ground again. He always takes this roundabout way to get back up. Which is why you have the Great Wire Bug. The two-way Great Wire Bug, actually, I should say. I wonder if I can... Huh. Cool. This feels, to me, save for, you know, some mechanics like Karakuri, closer to a Souls game than Monster Hunter did. And I know that was a very common comparison to make, even though it's vastly different. No! Well, that sucks. I don't know how to get back up. Okay, maybe that'll respawn me in a better place. Hey! Wouldn't you know it? Yeah, this feels a bit more Souls-like to me. And that might be an insult to them. Oh, now it's my turn. Yeah, it's my turn. Go mode. There we go again. Oh, that's not good. My turn again. Just keep mashing Y. Pretty simple, kind of. Pretty straightforward. Learn your monster patterns. Find your right time of opportunity. If you get that flinch animation, go ham. Like, there would be multiple times where I would hunt this thing early on. Not early on, but when I'm supposed to. And it took me at least 2 whole tries. So 8 feints to nail this thing down once. But now that I know mostly how he works, you know, I can get him down easy. That's what's really cool about this. You really can feel how much better you are getting. Not that you can't do that with Monster Hunter. Or any other game, for that matter. But I don't know, for me, it's really scratching that itch a lot better than I can say for other games. And I would go as far as to say, like, the simplicity of their combat stems from just Koei Tecmo and Omega Force's roots. These are the two guys responsible for making this game. Warriors games are just a whole lot of XXX, YYYYY. Just very simple button inputs. And I kind of do like that. I like my brain off games. I do have to think a little bit more for this one than I would, you know, a Dynasty Warriors game. And something that really, like, for whatever reason stuck out to me when I was playing this game, that like reeked of Koei, Dynasty Warriors, all that stuff, is the crafting system. I really like this weapon crafting system. So this is the base weapon, and there's other weapon trees that you can go down of the same monster. They're a little bit different, you know. What I do like is that it's not all just a downward path. it can connect. So I started out with this one, the negative affinity, just to kind of get these skills on hand. I don't really know what this does. But this is useful. Occasionally reduces your adversary's fire resilience for a while when making a fire-based attack. On a weapon that has no element, it doesn't really seem to make any sense. That's because you're able to connect to this path, which is a fire-based weapon, and you can even just connect it here. You could go up here maybe. As long as there's a connecting line, you can just keep going. I don't really know how far along I could test that. And you'll be able to inherit some of these skills as you go. I would spend a lot of time in Warriors Orochi 3 and 4 just stacking on the same buffs just to make my weapon super broken. It'd be like money drops, XP drops, element bursts of all kinds of things. I don't know. It's fun to me. It tickles my brain. The armor is also another cool mechanic. I really like the whole idea of the human path and kimono path modifications. Like how some will activate certain skills on this thing down here. Off the rip, you start off centered path, obviously. And some some armor have innate alignment. So this is a human alignment. So if I go full human alignment, I can get this skill. But if I go full kimono alignment, I can get this skill. So you can kind of just play around with the builds a little bit. It reminds me of mixing group skills in Wilds. But, you know, this one kind of did it first. I mean, overall, this game is pretty solid. I hope there's like a second one in the works or something. Something to just keep this game going. EA dropped it maybe like last year, which is really unfortunate, but it was already done by then. So what can you do? I just wanted to ramble on about this. I think I'll most definitely do live streams about this sometime in the future. I've been enjoying it a lot. I've sunk in 28, 29 hours in the past couple days. I'm just going off what's in my head and what I've been thinking and what I wanted to get out there. So maybe I'll do more of these loose formats. I don't know. We'll see. See you.